Hello and welcome back to a new episode. Today I want to take you on a special trip. We are going again to Croatia. Well, there we go. Besides fishing the northern part of the Adriatic Sea last year, I also had the opportunity to fish a special place, something which my friend Denis has recommended me for a few years. We are talking about the archipelago of the Lastovo Islands, also a natural park. A beautiful landscape with 46 islands. If you want to reach this island, you need to take a ferry, this ferry, from the city of Split. It takes you around 4.5 to 5 hours. So you will depart from the city of Split. You then drive around the island of Brač and of Hvar. You take a short stop at the island of Korčula, and then you head to the west of the island and land in Ubli. This is already the first morning of this 4-day trip. After I landed in Ubli, I took a short car drive to the hidden bay, which is called in Croatian Skrivena Luka, where we had our apartment. In general, we agreed to have a rubber boat for the 4 days. However, on the very first day, we could not get the boat because of some technical issues. So Denis agreed with a good friend of him, Florio, who is a professional fisherman and living on the island, that we go out with him for fishing. First, he wanted to throw out long lines with around 700 hooks, which is basically his job. So we said we're going to help him. In between the time of waiting, meaning between throwing the lines in the water and pulling them out, we agreed to go out and fish a little bit. Then we would pull in the lines with him and later use the last few hours to fish a little bit with our conventional techniques like jigging and so on. To throw out or to lay out 700 hooks is quite a tough job, and we needed around 2 hours for this task.
Samo vidi koji je, jel ima koji brod gdje ima. Ništa Italijani dole. Ništa Italijani. Zato što ti izgleda da su blizu, a zapravo nisu. Kako stisni na nju, piše ti kako se...
Idemo, first drop. Jel možeš prebaciti samo na dubinomir? Hvala. Koliko je?
Zašto je sad jasno?
140 meters.
Ali imate, da, 140.
After the long line was in the water, we had around 2 hours after we had to start pulling it out again. So we used this time for fishing. The depth around this area was 140 meters. That made it very hard to fish. I got only one bite and nothing else. Therefore, we then after 2 hours started to pull out the long lines. We had plenty of fish. We got sharks, we got rays, we got European hake, and the best fish of the whole trip, of the whole day, was a little tunny, which you can see here on this picture. After the job was done, we returned back to the main island Lastovo and used the 2 last hours of the day to fish around the area of Skrivena Luka.
Treba se onda premjestiti gore poviše seke da nas nosi preko.
Da, evo sad ću izvući samo jedno. Denis, izvlačimo onda polako, ok? Riba?
Jeli?
Jest. Fish on! Denis!
Jel bar kolika?
Ok, nije sad 20 cenata. 23, 4. First fish! Svidio, drkao sam ga, povukao, brzo stao i... Wow, da nije. Nije pauk.
Nije, a?
Nije, sad fino tuče. Ohoho! Ohoho! Pa je li ovo arbun?
Šta je to lijepo?
Ajme! Haha, idemo! Come on, Pandora! Denis! Fish on. Ne, no, a jest. Small fish. Fish. Oh, oh. Not that bad. Just the 2 smalls before. Let's hope it's a keeper. Motherfuckers. I got 2 of them. Come on. Are you joking? good fish.
Whoa!
No, what happened? I snagged it, I guess.
Oh.
No, no. Nice.
Ovo je nešto malo veće.
This red porgy was also the last fish of the first fishing day. To summarize it shortly, it was a great day. Although we did not have our boat, we had a great experience with the long lining, and at the end we caught some fish. Later we took the big common Pandora, and we took one hake which we caught on long line home for dinner. Of the Pandora we made Ecuadorian ceviche as a starter, and the hake we prepared in the oven with some potatoes. Great dinner for a first day.
Ne boj se.
On the second day we finally got our boat. So after making a few adjustments we decided to explore the western part of the Lastovo Archipelago. The idea was to first go to the closer islands, which are Crnac and Bijelac, and then if there is enough time to reach out for the most western island, Sušac.
Ne možemo sve imati, ali ajde još jedno. First drop on the second day with Inchiku jig. Let's see. 70 meters. Oh, opa, nice, huh? First fish on the second day. Seems like a good one.
Gdje su dvije?
Mreža? Oh, oh man, fucking poisonous fish.
Dođi vamo, jebe mu mater više, dođi vamo, ajde, mjesto tu. Sad s njim.
Super.
A few moments later.
Tu ima na dnu neke kamenje, nešto.
Stijena, a?
Fish. Yeah, it doesn't feel that bad. Doesn't feel that bad at all. Doesn't feel that bad at all. Na svaki slučaj. just to be sure. It feels strange. It's not a Pandora or a porgy or so. It's not, but it's heavy. Maybe I snagged it. I don't know. I don't think. It comes up. Oh man, again a poisonous. No, wow, red dragon. A good red dragon. Jop твою мать! Wow! Wow! Motherfucker! Wow! That's a fucking red porgy. No, that's a fucking red dragon. Jesus Christ! Look at this beautiful fish! Woo!
Ima slika.
Stari moj, jel ovo ima kilu?
Ima jače.
As explained, the first part of the trip was meant to reach the islands of Crnac and Bielac. On the way we already got 2 fish which you just saw, and then heading around the island of Bielac, which is just a cliff there in this water, we said we want to try a little bit of jigging. If we don't get anything, we will head out to Sušac.
Vidim.
As we got no fish around Bielac, we decided to resume our trip and to reach the island of Sušac, the most western island of the Lastovo Archipelago. The idea was to have a look at the lights tower in the very southwestern part of the island. We fished there sometime. We also got some smaller fish, but no real big fish. In general, this whole day was more meant to explore the western part of the islands than to fish. But we said when we come back to our main island to the south of Lastovo Island, we will still try at least some jigging.
Vjerovatno, ja ga ne vidim, ali trebalo bi. Pa ja ga ne vidim sad, ono baš ali. Aha, da.
Ne vidiš preko 20 metara.
Ima ribe na dnu, stari moj, to veće.
Veće?
Pa da. Samo možda nije to što mi... Da. Ovo možda stvarno... Ja nisam za sad ništa osjetio, da budem iskren. Da, tu se nešto vrti. Od toga je vjerovatno nešto plavo. Kako si ovo uspio? Ti nas sipo, a?
Da. Vidi se.
Svega je svačega ovdje. Da, fish on. Gdje samo molim te izvuci ovaj štap. Izvuci ovaj štap, molim te. Ha? A ja, nema. Imaš ribu?
Da.
Izvini.
Otišao je na bona. Aj se riba,
Yes!
Bravo. Imam pirku, jebe. Čuju, znači da radi ova.
So, my first.
This was the end of the second day, and with that also the end of the first half of our 4-day trip. I can only recommend Lastovo. It's an incredible place, far away from everything, and what people say when they visit Lastovo is that after a few days you are in a totally different vibe than everywhere else in Croatia. And they are totally right. So for the next 2 days we plan to explore the eastern part of the islands and to try to find some bigger fish. And believe me, we found one which you will not believe. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to switch in also for the second half of the Lastovo trip. See you next time.